Somewhere on Earth right now, there is one person more genetically rare than anyone else alive. Not a celebrity, not a genius. Just an ordinary person walking around with a body that only happens once in trillions of tries. Here's the question. Could it be someone you already know? Could it be you? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a stranger the same way again. Let's build this person from scratch, one trait at a time using real numbers. We start with blood. Most of us carry common types like O positive or A positive, but tucked away in medical records worldwide is something nicknamed golden blood. It's officially called Rh-null, and it means a person's red blood cells carry none of the Rh antigens most humans have. Fewer than 50 cases have ever been confirmed worldwide, and scientists estimate the trait shows up in roughly 1 in 6 million people. It's so rare that only a handful of donors on the entire planet can give this blood to each other in an emergency. Our person has just cleared their first hurdle, a 1 in 6 million shot already. Now let's flip their anatomy, literally. There's a condition called Situs inversus, where a person's major organs are mirror flipped from the usual layout. The heart sits on the right instead of the left, the liver swaps sides, and most people who have it never even know until a routine scan catches it. It affects roughly 1 in every 10,000 people. Combine that with the blood type, and our rare human is now sitting at odds of about 1 in 60 billion, already rarer than 1 in every human who has ever lived on Earth combined. Next, let's give them a brain that experiences the world differently. Synesthesia is a condition where the senses cross wires. Some people hear a sound and see a color, or read a number and taste a flavor, automatically and involuntarily, every single time. The most common form, where letters and numbers trigger specific colors, is estimated to occur in roughly 1 in 2,000 people. Multiply that in, and we're now at approximately 1 in 120 trillion. Let's add one more gift: perfect pitch. This is the rare ability to name or produce any musical note instantly, with zero reference tone, as easily as you'd recognize a friend's voice. Researchers estimate true perfect pitch appears in roughly 1 in 10,000 people, and it shows up far more often in those who started musical training before age 6. Stack that on top of everything else, and our person's odds balloon to about 1 in 1.2 quintillion. Here's a question for you before we go further. If you had to guess, which of these traits do you think you're most likely to actually have? Drop your guess in the comments. I want to see how many of you are walking around rarer than you realized. For our final trait, let's talk taste. About a quarter of people are supertasters. They have an unusually high density of taste buds, which makes bitter, sweet, and spicy flavors hit far more intensely than they do for everyone else. On its own, that's actually common, but layered onto everything else we've built, it barely changes the math. Our final human lands at roughly 1 in 4.8 quintillion. For scale, scientists estimate there are somewhere around 1 septillion stars in the observable universe. Even at nearly 5 quintillion, our rarest human is still more common than the rarest stars, but not by much. And remember, we only used 5 traits. There are thousands more we didn't even touch. Rare fingerprints, unusual immune markers, extraordinary memory, physical mutations passed down through single families. Add those in, and the odds stretch into numbers that don't really mean anything to the human brain anymore. So here's the real question this video is actually asking. Out of every possible version of a person that could have existed, this exact combination of traits, memories, and quirks, the one reading this sentence right now, is the version that showed up. What are the odds of that? If this kind of question fascinates you as much as it fascinates me, subscribe. I'm building this channel around exactly these kinds of the odds of you, deep dives, and you don't want to miss the next one. Tell me in the comments, what's the rarest thing about you